Welcome to Threequel Thursday! Today we're watching the third film of a franchise that you've already seen this month. What is it, Drake?
We are finishing the Jeepers Creepers trilogy that we started. We watched the first two, and now
Euro Trace.
third.
Jeepers Creepers 3. Now, we don't know what to expect from this movie. We have friends that like this movie, but...
We do.
Yeah.
Oh.
But yeah, we're just gonna go on to this at the end of the video. So we'll see you then. Okay. Drake has words about this one.
I have words about this one.
Okay, what are your words about this one?
Oh, we're starting right now. So we watched Jeepers Creepers 3. My consensus is it wasn't that good, but it kept your interest. I think it jumped around a lot, and there was a lot of confusing motives with the characters. So there's still stuff that I don't understand. Like the old lady, what was her deal? Like, how did she come into play with all this? Because apparently she had some kind of history with the creeper, but it never really was explained all that much. I didn't really like how they kind of kept the timeline a little quiet until the end. Maybe we just didn't quite 100% realize what was happening until the end, but it was odd, and it was just very confusing. And plus the had dated effects on it, which never helped either.
Obviously I agree, but near the end, everything kind of, sort of, even though it really didn't, it felt like stuff kind of came to fruition, even though it really didn't in reality. It definitely gives you a sense of the time that all three films actually take place, because they actually all take place within within the 23 days that the movie goes on. Which actually, funny enough, at the beginning of the movie, I told Drake that that's probably what happens, and then I just looked into it.
realized that you never really realize that the 1 and 2 are happening at the same time.
Same time
Because
period.
we had the consensus that it happened. First one was 23 years prior, just because of the
car, the way the
and they
world
were dressed
is
and
going.
everything. But no, this makes it where they're all three in the same timeline.
It makes a little bit of sense after thinking about it, but not the best. We don't know the exact year that it takes place, but it definitely takes place in the early 2000s, hence because there's like cell phones and stuff. But
This is the only one that actually had cell phones, really. All the other ones had
yeah, the other one
phones.
didn't have cell phones, but this could have been at the time where, not kids really didn't use cell phones.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But even with that being said, me and Ben talked, and we actually won a fourth one.
yeah.
They set up something happening at the end of both the second and the third,
You see Trish, her first time back in the franchise since the first one.
and we really thought we were going to see the continuation of what happened at the farm at the end of this one, but we didn't.
I'm kind of content with it, just because now we have more clarity. I felt like even if we had the farm,
story that
I feel like it still would have popped. Probably like the timeline still would have been a little blurry. But a cool thing at the end of this one, the kid's actually getting on the bus from Jeepers Creepers 2. Well, we think it is, but there's like a color malfunction with the jackets.
with their jackets, yeah, like the ones in the second one, they're wearing yellow. He's wearing orange. It's like little, but it still is just a little inconsistency that we noticed.
But I'm gonna be giving this one a high 2.
I agree. I will also be giving it a 2.
But it was okay for a 2-star movie. It was pretty decent for a 2-star. Would I watch again? No.
No.
Would I watch the first two again? I probably would watch the first two again,
Honestly,
but
I
not
think
this
the
one.
second one's probably the strongest out of all three of these. I think it's just story-wise and keeping entertainment. The second one is first. The first one is obviously the creepiest, and then the third one just really lacks on all levels, in my opinion.
But that's my review. I have to use the bathroom, so.
And I don't really have much else to say about it either.
All right. Well, thank you. That's Drake signing off.